Hey, big baby. Yeah, we back at it, though. You know what I'm talking about? You wasn't there, the podcast, man. Volume 5, man. You know what I'm talking about? We just trying to keep this thing lit, man. You know what I'm talking about? Give some Bay Area history, some Frisco history, man. You know what I mean? We ain't trying to hurt nobody. We ain't trying to do too much. We ain't trying to upset nobody. We just trying to do what we do. Do you hear me, big baby? I am your favorite family member, voice of the people. Do you hear me? Let me get right. You know I gotta get right. Big baby. Yeah, though, man. So this one is the Hotboyz, man. The Hotboyz out. The hot girls out. Yeah. I'm riding flyer than your daddy. I'm in a different car with your daddies in the caddy. You hear me? Yeah, though, man. You know what I'm saying, though? All right, man. You understand me? Check this out, though. Like I told y'all before, man, if you want to send me a t-shirt, a hoodie, you know what I mean, promote your clothing line, you understand me, let's cross market, man. We in this together, man. You know I've never been a hater, big baby. Hating is a weakness, man. You know what I'm talking about? Go pick up my book, Away with Words, you know what I'm talking about, on Amazon, by me, your favorite family member. You dig what I'm talking about? The cover is red when you see it, you dig? Some quotes and motivational things, man, to keep you on point. You know what I'm talking about? Some gang for you. Did you hear me, big baby? You know. But anyway, man, we got some new t-shirts coming for KIU, you dig? We gonna stay on the grind, big baby, you know what I'm talking about? And that's all I know, man. But anyway, if you got a product you want me to promote, you want to help you promote, you understand me? You got a clothing line, you understand me? You want people to see you understand me? Your slogan, your logo here in the podcast, man. Shoot me something, man. Send it to me in the mail. What you got? A book you trying to promote? A restaurant, man? You understand me? Hey, like I said, you can throw me a little donation, man, or just send it, man. I ain't no hater, man. You know what I'm talking about? This your peoples, man. We gonna do this together. We in this together, or we ain't in it at all. Do you hear me, big baby? So yeah. But anyway, and look, man. A lot of my homies be like, man, hey, man, you missed this part of the memory or this part of the story. Hey, man, I'm 40, man. With this shit, a lot of this shit was many moons ago when we was young whippersnappers, man. You understand me? When Skippy was a pup, you understand me? And Kermit was a tadpole, you feel me? I'm getting old. You see the grades, big baby. But the thing about that is we're going to start going live with these so then y'all can chime in as I go to be like, what about this part, though, bruh? Don't forget that, bruh. And I can... throw it in there, you feel me? You understand me? But I got y'all, though, you dig? Yeah, subscribe to the channel, man, when you see this, man. Mess with your peoples, man. Support, man. You understand me? Repost it, share it. You understand me? Because a lot of this ain't nothing but some game and a little bit of history, man. Some nostalgic moments for my generation and to get a younger generation, you understand me, idea of how we used to percolate. You understand me? As Manglers say, how we used to percastrate. Do you hear me, big baby? You understand me? When we had the actual KIU facility up, you did? But anyway, man, yeah, check this out. So, man, a lot of y'all don't know, man, but we was real big fans of the hot boy movement. Do you hear what I'm talking about, big baby? Baby, Manny Frizzle, B Jizzle, all that stuff. Baby, you know I'm doing my podcast. Can you sit down somewhere? Don't do that. You know, it's always, you know, man, listen, man, young man, I got kids, big baby. You understand me? We do this, you understand me while we do that. You hear me, though? But anyway, back to this, though, when I'm trying to handle my business. You hear me, big baby? But yeah, though, man, B Jizzle, Wayne, Turk, you understand me? Juvie, do you hear me, big baby? We was big fans of that, man, of that movement, man, you understand me? So back in the gap, right, before Hotboyz, let me give y'all some history on how I knew about the Hotboyz and things to that nature, you feel me? Before the rest of the world knew about the Hotboyz, I'm going to say before the West Coast. Before the West Coast knew about the Hotboyz, they was already popular in the South. They already had the South on lock, big baby. That's how they got that Universal deal for all that change in the very beginning. You hear what I'm talking about, big baby? So the thing about it was I used to go to Cashville, Tennessee. You know what I mean? My pops is from Cashville. Shout out to Joe Johnson, man. Shout out to Preston Taylor, man. Shout out to the South Side, the North Side, all my peoples in Cashville. You know I rock with y'all tremendously, man. You understand me? One of my second, third homes. You dig what I'm talking about, big baby? Yeah, man. You know what I mean? I'm going to give my love to my folks, man. You feel me? We tapping in, man. You understand me? South Third, all that, man. You understand me? Them boys got a lot of projects, a lot of gangsters out of Cashville. Do you hear me? But anyway, back to the story. I used to go to Cashville to go spend summers down there, you feel me? Go visit pops and my brothers and things like that. I got cousins out there and a lot of family in Cashville, Tennessee, you feel me? So I'm gonna try to stop saying you feel me so much because that's just lingo from the Yay area and we just use it a lot. Now I don't want to abuse it. Do you hear me? But anyway, though, so yeah, I used to hit Cashville. So one summer I go to Cashville and my brother Jay Bizzle, you dig? He always been a music connoisseur. He always knew about what was new and what was cracking. I got a cousin named Rand out of Cashville. Now Rand is real good friends with Young Buck. Rand grew up with Young Buck. You dig what I'm talking about, big baby? My cousin Rand's a real stomped down individual. He changed his life now, but he used to be in them Cashville streets, man. You know what I mean? Getting bread and meat. Do you hear me, big baby? So, a lot of people don't know, but a lot of the cars that they used to use in the early Hotboyz videos, especially the Juvenile Hunt video, them cars belonged to some real hustlers, some real stand-up individuals out of Cashville. Before Young Buck signed the G Unit, before he was a part of G Unit, he was down with the Hotboy crew. If you look at some of them early videos, you'll see Young Buck out there with his white tees and his bows and his reeds on, you dig? So the Hotboys used to be back and forth from Cashville, and the Cashville dudes used to rock with the Hotboys down in NO, and Young Buck was a part of their team in the very beginning. You dig what I'm talking about? So I go to Cashville one summer. My brother is like, man, it's these young dudes, man. They call them the Hotboys, bruh. They 14 and 15. They going to school in Ferraris and Lamborghinis and Benzes and things. I'm like, man, get up out of here. You like, I'm telling you, man. You feel me? You don't know, bruh. They out here balling and they kids, they children, man, and they already balling. So he gives me the Guerrilla Warfare CD. So right before, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, don't quote me, but the first album that they dropped after they signed a big contract with Universal was Juvenile's album. But before that, the last album they dropped independently, fully independent, was Guerrilla Warfare. That thing had the South on lock. Now, BG, Turk, and all them, and Juvie, they was already known to the South, but the Guerrilla Warfare was the one that came out right before they signed to Universal. You dig what I'm talking about? So my brother gives me the CD. I go back, I don't know if it was CD. It was CD. It wasn't tape yet. It wasn't still tape. It was CD. So when I get back to the block, you know what I mean, the Lakeview, I'm like, man, it's these boys called, I'm telling a story like my brother told me, like I met the dudes or something, like, man, y'all ain't knowing about Cash Money, the Hotboys, man. They sick, they kids, woo-woo-woo. They been out there, they doing their thing, man. They gonna be the next hot thing. Everybody gonna be rocking with them. So my boys is like, for real? I'm like, yeah, man, they going to school in Ferraris and Lamborghinis, just like my brother told me, like I knew for, you understand me, for fact. The crazy part about that is, right, now Selsky will testify to this. Sale had just came from their signing party for their signing to Universal. I don't know how Sale knows, but Sale rock with Cash Money. He know them dudes, you feel me? And Sale will tell you, before anybody knew about Cash Money and the Hotboys on the West Coast, I knew, and Sale knew because he rocked with them, but I knew because I was going to Cashville, you feel me? Now, when Selsky see this, if he rocked with the podcast or whatever, I'm pretty sure Sale will be like, Juan ain't lying. When I came back from Cashville that summer, Sale had pictures of him with Juvie and Paul Wall and all these different people who was at the actual album release. I mean, the album signing for Universal Records. You dig what I'm talking about? So Sale knows about this. You feel me? My brother Selsky, man, he been on top of his game as far as like traveling and interacting with other artists before people knew him. Sale been doing that. Do you hear what I'm talking about, big baby? So fast forward, you dig? Now Juvie drops, and when Juvie dropped, right, I was already on the Hotboys, but I didn't know Juvie had a single out. So rest in peace, Tommy Fat. Rest in peace, Els. Me and Tommy Fat goes to see Els at 8:50 when he's fighting his Fed case. You feel me? Els was if you don't know Els, man, little Larry, man, Els was a baller, a real, you understand me, boss from about that Lakeview, you understand me? Young Els was riding candy and having big chains and big things, man, back when he was a teenager, you feel me? So we go see Els at 8:50. He's fighting a federal case. Me and Tommy Fat go up there to go visit him. He like, bro, y'all ain't heard? The nigga be like, huh? You ain't got the money, huh? He's saying it, but he don't really know exactly what the words what Juvie was saying, but that's what he was trying to tell us. And me and Tommy Fat like, nah, we don't know who that is. Come to find out, he was talking about Juvie. We just hadn't seen the video yet, you dig? And that shit was so groundbreaking. Baby and them was so genius for releasing that first, because they could have did B Jizzle. He had the most albums and the most content with Cash Money before that, you dig? But something about that Juvenile, it was just so different and just so catchy that they were so smart for putting that out first. Do you hear what I'm talking about, big baby? So fast forward, now they the guys already. They are popping, you dig? So I'm gonna break down a few of the. We went to me, Bum, Fed, Meech. We went to every Hot Boy concert that came to Northern California. I don't think it's one that we missed. The Cash Money Rough Riders tour, Cash Money Oakland, Cash Money in Sacramento, which I'm gonna break down all these concerts. But also, the Fig brought Juvenile to Frisco. You dig what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? Let me get into this. So shout out to the Fig. You know what I mean? He always been a hustler, an entrepreneur. He always been ahead of his game as far as getting to the check. So what the Fig did was, right, he'd pull up to your set. He got these passes, and he making it seem like it's a tour, which I ain't gonna say making it seem like he was doing this thing where he got a tour. So you spend like $80 and you get a pass for the Fig, and he'd be like, you could go to all the concerts that Juvie, and he gonna have E40 that he's throwing, or you could buy a single ticket. Now, people get hate if they want to on Fig. I know sometimes people don't agree with his methods and all that, but Fig brought Juvie and E40 to the Cow Palace, big baby. Now, you know what I mean? The Cow Palace used to have wrestling. They used to have a gun show, you feel me? They used to have concerts before somebody from the hood to bring some high profile artists like Juvie and 40 to the Cow Palace. Man, that was epic right there. That was just, you know what I mean, above the rim, you understand me, like Tupac, big baby. Do you hear me? Yeah, though. So, just so happened, when he brings Juvie and E40 to the Cow Palace, it's my birthday. That weekend was my birthday. Do you hear me, big baby? So, you know, me and my bruh Fatty Yeti, man, you understand me? We kept us some transportation at this time. We had a thug van, man. You understand me? You know when the thugs got a van, man. You understand me? It's a party on wheels all the time. Do you hear me, big baby? At the time, I was the guy when it came to them party favors, man. You understand me? Those thizzles. Do you hear me, big baby? I'm changed now. I'm reformed. I'm a different man. But back then, anybody tell you if you want to have a party and you want to grab some of them party favors, you came to the queue to go see your favorite family member. They call me uncle. They call me nephew. You understand me? But they'll tell you, man, go see one on the queue, man, if you want to get your weekend started. Man, do you hear me, big baby? Yeah, though. But at this time, right, in this gap, right, I had some triple stack red Louis Vuittons. These things are some of the strongest thizzles, some of the strongest hitters known to man and woman. Now, I'm not gonna get into all the different people that I hit off, but when I gave these things out, there was a lot of epic events right around this time, and I could tell y'all that I handed these thizzles to somebody, and it was something crazy that transpired once they took them. I know, you know what I mean? There was a few events, some real epic things that happened. I don't want to attach myself to, but them red LVs, anybody who sees this that knows, they're gonna be like, them things was smackers. You feel me? You could take one of them and split it 4 ways, and the whole car gonna be in there like, you hear me, big baby? You hear me though, you know what I'm saying though? But anyway, at this time, we was doing the 2 to the Q movement, you feel me? I'm trying not to say you feel me so much. But anyway, I had a stay away order from Lakeview. I had a gang injunction, which was I was on ceasefire. So they were so tired of seeing me in Lakeview, they told me if they catch me from within 100 yards of Lakeview, I was going to the penitentiary. You did? God bless him. He blessed me, so I never been to the pen. But anyway, at this moment, that's what he was pushing. I had Brad Davis was my probation officer. Anybody from Lakeview that sees this, they're going to be like, Brad Davis, Jesus Christ, he was a bad man. He had this one probation officer had the whole Lakeview under probation. And he was violating. I might be the only man alive that survived Brad Davis and didn't do a violation because I stayed out the way. And one of those reasons why is because I moved my game to quesada, where my mama used to stayed at, you dig? So when I moved to Quesada, one of the things that I brought together was I'm not trying to come to the Q and take it over. I sure can't come to the Q and be from Q Street because I'm Lakeview to the bone gristle. So what we going to do is start this movement called the 2 to the Q. Do you hear me? So I got my young cousins, man, my young nephews, which y'all might know them as AT&T now today. You dig? You know what I mean? All trapping, no talking. Sell, Huddy Hut, Mac Man, Young Chuck, my son. Who else was it? Those was the main. T Stripper, my young nephew Strip was in there, you know what I mean? We gave them all their new names, man. So when we came to the Q, it was kind of mellow. It was like after all the beef, so the Q was kind of dying down a little bit. It was still cracking, but it wasn't like it used to be. So when I came over there, I brought my Lakeview thugs because my homies love me so much. Anywhere I went, they would come. So not only did my little cousin, which is Pac-Man, you feel me, love me, and his little partners, that was his homies, they love me and call me Unc. I would bring my thugs from the View. So now when you come through the Q, it might be 20, 30 of us, you know what I mean, 40, it might be 20 Lakeview dudes and 30 Hunters Point dudes, and now we got the Q back looking like it was looking in 1997. Do you hear me? 96, big baby, when it was cracking, when they had Cuddy Bangs in the store. Do you hear me? We got that thing back yoking. So this night, we in the van. Me and the AT&T and my nephews, we will always get together. I will always pick them up. I will always tell them, let's go, let's rock. We would go to Reno. We would go to any Black Saturday, anything as a group, 2 to the Q, just so we could be together and take care of each other and watch out for each other, and we could do it as a group. So this night, we going to the Cow Palace, you hear me? So I got the red LVs, do you hear me? So as soon as we hop in on the Q, I busted. Everybody, get your issue, get your mind right, big baby. Go and get your orange juice out the Q Street store. Get your motor running, nephews. Let's go. We turning up tonight. Do you hear me? So I give all my nephews a piece. You feel me? So we goes to Cell Phone House. Yes, they me Chief. We called him Cell Phone. Now y'all call him Chief, but we named him Cell Phone. He was Young Cell when we got there. Then we gave everybody their new names. Chuck was Chucky Booker. Pac-Man was Mac Man. And T Strick was Stripper. And T Hut was Huddy Hut. You hear me? They gonna know when they see this. Gonna be like, yeah, big brain line. So I give everybody their issue. I'm not gonna say no names because I don't never put nobody out there. But one of my nephews, right? He takes his half, right? That thing, I guess, get the flutter in his stomach. By the time we get to Cell Phone House over there on Car Street, man, to go pick up some extra bags and, get whatever we need, nephew jumps out the van. I said, what's going on with nephew? You understand me? Later on down the line, I find out that thing had his mind going. He thought, you understand me, we was trying to kidnap him. You know what I mean? That thing was hitting too hard on him. But anyway, my nephew, I love him. I love him to death. You feel me? King Ding. I love you, boy. But anyway, you understand me? He jumps out. I'm like, what's up with nephew? They're like, he said he don't want to come. I didn't know at the time that red LV had started flustering, man. It had him, you understand me? He didn't know how to act, big baby. You dig? But anyway, so we gets in that thing. So it's my birthday, right? So E40 is performing at the Cow Palace. Now, Be Legit is my big dog. You feel me? My uncle, I call him Unc. He's a real solid dude. Shout out to Bela. He always been 100 with me. We chop game. I bring him to the Q Street. I bring him to Randolph Street. He'll tell you, understand me, he love the voice, man. You dig? That's my uncle, man. He keeps it lit, and he always keeps it solid. And we have real monumental conversations about life and just dealing with shit, and he always gave me game. Long story short, I called Bela on the phone to be like, Unc, you know what I mean? Is you going to be at the concert? We coming, you feel me? Unc answered the phone, yeah, nephew, happy birthday, woo, woo. You understand me? I see you there, la-da-da-da-da. So he says, hold on, nephew. Somebody want to talk to you. Now, I'm thinking it's my brother, the doctor, you understand me? Because the doc, you understand me? He locked in with so many people around the area, you feel me? Doc is a real stand-up individual, you feel me? They love the doc. Doc is locked in with all the celebrities, you know what I mean? Dr. Kenner, shout out to Dr. Kenner, man, you know what I mean? Send me some jars so I can promote, bruh. Okay, that's all I'm saying. But yeah, shout out to the doctor, you dig? So I'm thinking he might finna get the phone to the doctor. So I hear somebody come on the phone and say, happy birthday, slugger. And I said, who is this? It's E40 water, man. E40, man. Yeah, talking about Beeler and passed E40 the phone and wished me happy birthday, man. That was real epic for me. I really loved it that, you know what I mean? Shout out to Beeler for that. That's one of the memories that you don't forget. Just imagine you call it and next to you know 40 water on the phone giving you a personal happy birthday, man. That was real epic for me, you feel me? Now, anybody who knows where the Cow Palace is located, right? The Cow Palace is right there, you understand me, by the Sunnydale projects. Do you hear me, big baby? Shout out to all my swamp partners, you feel me? My Sunnydale homies, my day ones, you feel me? Old Dog and the Cheese Click, man, you understand me? My cousin Trub, CNH, my big cousin Troy, all of my Sunnydale folks, my family members. Nah, I love you, sis, you feel me? Them is all my peoples. I got big love for the swamp, no matter what we done been through and all that extra shit. Everybody know, man, I used to catch the bus to the swamp and be walking through that thing by myself. I always got love and had love for the swamp, you feel me? No matter what we have went through over the years. But anyway, so we going to the Cow Palace. You got to imagine the swamp is like a walking distance for the Cow Palace. So everybody knew that we going to the Cow Palace for an E40 concert. The swampy desert is going to be in that thing thick, big baby. So, you know what I mean? If you got problems with them, you better, you understand me, be able to stand up and stand firm, man. You know what I'm talking about, though? So, we get to the concert. We in the van, you feel me? We pull up in that thing. We get up in there. We about 4 rows back. Now, the swampy desert, they about 150 deep. You hear me? They got the first 2-3 rows filled up. They standing on chairs. They going crazy up in that joint. You dig? So it's a few fools who didn't know their boundaries, right? So we up in that thing. We you know what I mean? We politicking. You know, it's, you know what I mean? Everybody, it's a Frisco affair. Even though it's people from everywhere, man, we up in that thing. Frisco thick. The swamp got the front rows held down. If you from the city, man, you know what I mean? You up in there politicking, feeling yourself. You dig? So it's a few individuals who didn't know their boundaries, big baby. So they tried to call themselves walking through the front rows, knowing they had problems with somebody from up the hill or down the hill, whatever. And I mean, we seen a few individuals get mollywopped. You ever seen Warriors or one of the movies where somebody's getting a gang initiation or something and they got to walk through the gauntlet? That's what it was looking like. So, bink, 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 bink. Niggas was getting pounded upside their head walking through there. And the Sunnydale, they kept on partying, man. Right after they done threw elbows and beat the shit out of a few dudes, they just kept it going, you dig? My boy Chinese P was in there, man, front and center, man. Shout out to a real boss, man. Chinese P, that's my guy, man. You know what I mean? Up the hill, you know what I mean? Swampy Desert, man. Chinese P used to come through in that GNX and just get busy in that down the hill. You know what I mean? GNX be a national back. But that's not even in the story. But anyway, right? So we get up in there, man. 40 performs. Juvenile performs, man. Now, when we get outside, right, the melee ensues. Do you hear me, big baby? So I get my crew, you understand me, the young thugs, man. You know what I mean? You know, we keep it on us. You hear me? You know, they know, they'll tell you, man. So I say, hey, man, if you with this two to the cuter movement, get to the van, you understand me? So we get to this hammy. Do you hear me? So you understand me? We in the van, me and bruh, Fetty Yeti in the passenger. I'm driving. My young Dunnies in the back. They got the back door open. Me and Fed got the front doors open. We dipping that thing like crazy. We got females on the side of us hanging out the sunroof talking about what it do. Do you hear me? What is it, a blizzard? You understand me? They like these young dudes from Lakeview, man. They is something else. Do you hear me? We going ham and cheese in that thing. The van is like this. We hanging out the windows going crazy. Now, as we doing this, it's a melee in the parking lot. It's a full-blown riot. Do you hear me? Now, it's one of the OG homies, right? Like I said, I don't say names. I don't play nobody out of pocket like that, right? But one of the OG homies, he from another projects, right? They outside, you know what I mean? They getting it in. I don't know if these dudes was from Oakland they was getting it in with or what, right? But they putting in work. They kind of, you understand me? They serving these dudes, right? So the OG homie, right, he from another project in the city. I ain't even going to say this turf or whatever. But anyway, he calls himself about to sneak him one. About to, you know, creep up and get him a knockout, right? So I see him creeping. I see him get his face ready. He cocks it back. He about to get that knockout in and bink! He done got slept out there, you feel me? Folded him like a folding chair. He was trying to sneak and got snuck on. Do you hear me, big baby? So he gets hit so hard, right? I see him, when dude hit him so hard, he's saying, what happened? What's going on? What tripping. Like, he don't know where he don't even know he's at the concert anymore. Do you hear me, big baby? Somebody rung his bell like, yes, me LL in them. He out there, man. He mad that they brought him to the concert. He got hit so hard. Do you hear me, big baby? Me and Fetty Eddie look at each other like, well, Jesus, man, you know what I mean? He and Fetty Eddie, we'll never forget that one. But anyway, we dipping about that joint, man. You understand me? We get up out of there safely, you feel me? Knock something down, man. You know what I mean? Put meets a few things at the crib, man, at the KIU, man. And actually, that was that first concert. You know what I mean? That was how that ended. But anyway, so me, Bummy D, Mac Meech, and Fetty Eddie was so big of Hot Boy fans back in the Gap, right? They had white tees, bows, and reeds. We like, wait a minute, man. We California Hot Boys, man. We gonna start our own little old thing, dig? So what we decided, we gonna start. They had the G code, right? The Hot Boys. So we was like, you know what? We gonna start the code. Cut the G off, and we gonna start the code. They was white tees, bows, and reeds. We revamped that thing and came back with the white tees, bows, and J's. Now, anybody who knows me, anybody who knows this time and this era knows about the code, you dig? And for anybody who want to know who the founders of the code is, Mac Meech, Bummy D, me, and Fetty Eddie. You hear me? Now, Lakeview, of course, it spread to us first because we from the turf, you dig? But I had my young partners, AT&T, they was with the code. Fax Machine Body, my boy Tay Bellevue. I had homies in Potrero Hill, a Filmo that was sticking to the code, big baby. Now, we were so hard on our homeboys in the View that if we caught you out the code in Lakeview, we was going to let you have it. Air Forces? Big baby. We don't do that. It's the code. House of Blue Jeans, we lived there. We had every pair of girbauds known to man, and we was 6 in the morning trying to find the latest J's. There wasn't no pair of J's that got past us. So how everybody collecting Jordans and man, we been doing that. We originated that. Do you hear what I'm talking about? And all the real homies will tell you that, you dig? They'll let you know that we was the ones who started that, and we started a movement in the city of San Francisco. The code, man. J's and bows, man. Anybody who rock with us would be like, yeah, them young boys from the View, man, you understand me? They had it lit with that. You dig what I'm talking about? So just for those who don't know, you dig, we started the code, man. We was originals with that. Y'all got that from us if you ever seen it. And let me say this, the code wasn't just about us putting on a certain type of clothes. For me and the ones that I rock with, it was about us having something not only that identified us, but something that could keep us together. Something that signified our friendship. Something that signified our loyalty to each other, you did? So when Capone got buried, he had on girbauds and Jordans. When Meech got buried, he had on a Michael Jordan jumpsuit. And many other of my partners who got buried in their caskets got buried in the code, man. So rest in peace to all my homies and my loved ones. Lil Daniel, he had on a Jordan sweatsuit when he got buried, you feel me? Rest in peace to Lil Dan, Lil Fresh, my guy. You hear what I'm talking about, big baby? So that's just a little bit of history on how real we was with the Hot Boys movement, how much we was rocking with it. And at this time in the city, everybody you seen dip up with a radio, with music in their car was playing the Hot Boys. If it wasn't B Jizzle, Get Your Shine On, it was going to be some Lil Turk, some Hot Boys, Guerrilla Warfare. The Hot Boys was an epidemic. I'm pretty sure all around the world, but for sure in the city, you know what I mean, in San Francisco and in the Bay Area too. So the next concert we went to was at the Oakland Coliseum, big baby. And I'm talking about this thing was so lit in there, right? So at this time, Bummy D used to be one of the freshest in the, you understand me? He was one of the freshest of the fresh, but so was us young Lakeview players, man. So I introduced all my partners from Lakeview to Bum. I used to bring them over to the house. Bum had his own spot on Brighton, right by McDonald's back in the days, you dig? We used to shoot dice and, you know what I mean, get lit until the sun come up. So a lot of people who be like, Bum from Lakeview, no, Bum is from Hollister, H-Mob, original, you feel me? But since Bum is my cousin and I used to bring all my partners to Bum House, and they love me. They love Bum the same. So sometimes people get that mixed up. But Bum is a H-Mob original, man. Bummy D been down since day one, man, getting that paper, man, doing his thing. He's a sucker. Well, that's my cousin, man. I can say that, but don't nobody, y'all better not try it, you dig? But anyway, so Me, Fetty Eddie, Bummy D, and rest in peace to T Feezy. You know what I mean? TJ Ramon Hatfield, one of my best friends growing up, my brother, you dig? We hit the concert, you dig? So we get up in this thing now. Our thing was we buy tickets. It won't care if the tickets is in the rafters. We're going to sneak our way to the front. I don't care what concert it is, where it's at. We're going to make our way down, you dig? We're going to get up in there. So we get our tickets. Now, Bum had a fat Turkish link at the time. Me and my boy Relevant, popularity sucks, man. I ain't gonna blow the spot up, but that's another one of my brothers, my day ones, a guy I love and respect to the utmost, a real hustler, man. You understand me? If y'all know who Popularity Sucks is, man, real, man, you know what I'm saying? Y'all see him now, I'm gonna tell you, like I told you before, real been getting paper. He been a boss, and he been a stand-up, down-to-earth individual. I love that guy, you feel me? And salute to him. That's my brother, you feel me? Forever and a day, man. He can't never do no wrong in my eyes, period. But Real was a boss. So me and Real, you feel me? Bum had this chain. He used to talk crazy to us. Me and Real, we would go over there. So finally, me and Real like, man, we got to step our game up. Hotboyz stayed with Jury on. And back at this time, now everybody got chains and pieces. Back when we was coming up, if you had a heavy chain, you was one of them dudes, you dig? You was a representative against some paper. You was a stand-out, stand-up individual, you feel me? So Bum is the type, he will talk so crazy to you, you dig? You're going to want to have to step your game up when you're around him because he's going to talk so crazy, you're going to get tired of him talking. So Bum had a Turkish link. Me and Real went to Durant, man, put some money down. Man, you understand me? Yeah, Durant, we wasn't highline then. We went to Durant, man. And Real got a fat-ass bike chain, heavy as hell. And I went and got a Versace chain, fat as hell. I still remember when we hopped out on the turf when we came back from getting our chains. Niggas was in a dice game on Logan Street. They said, look at these niggas looking like rappers or something. You feel me? Me and Real shocked the party when we came through. Even Bum was like, damn, you niggas is fresh. Yeah, you punk, you been talking all this time. You know what I mean? We back. But anyway, say that to say this. So we get to the concert, man, Oakland Coliseum. Now, when I tell you that Sunnydale had 150 niggas maybe in the front rows of that concert at the Cow Palace, nigga, the Oakland niggas had 300 niggas. They took every front row seat in the concert at the Cow Palace. Do you hear me, big baby? They was filling that thing up, you dig? Now, when we get there, right, it's cracking already. It's a party in that thing. The DJ is playing music before the Hotboyz come on, you dig? I forgot which comedian was hosting the concert, but he up there telling jokes and fucking around, coming back on and off the stage to kind of keep the crowd under control, you dig? Now, before the concert even gets started, another turf who really fucked it with it was the VGs. My VG niggas was getting their money as youngsters like we was, and they used to be at every Hot Boy concert. They used to be out there with J's and Bo's on. T-Learn, Wax, Trig, Bill, you feel me? All my VG homies. Shout out to the homies from the VGs. They rocked it with us heavy, and we kind of built our like. I knew a lot of the VG homies from back in the days, but like Learn and Wax, we built our relationship damn near from fucking with it at them Hot Boy concerts and having a identity there. And we both locked in and fucked it with the Hot Boy so heavy. That's what kind of made us our bond even stronger. So at this Coliseum, at the Oakland Coliseum, right? T-Learn, Bill, and a few of the other VG homies, they see a nigga from the VGs a dude who was from Oakland or claiming Oakland, but he used to be from the VGs. Now, I don't know what the discrepancy was or what homeboy did, right? All I know is that T-Learn, Bill, them VG niggas got the locking up with this nigga and his Oakland partners. Nigga, they beat them niggas' ass so bad, they chased them up into the stands, nigga. Them niggas started off trying to fight. Nigga, by the time T-Learn and them got through with them niggas was climbing the poles, trying to get up, trying to climb up, trying to get away. You feel me? And that's on everything God love. Shout out to them. If my VG partners is watching, or if they see this, they gonna be like, well, I ain't lying, man. You understand me? So that's how the concert started for us, watching the VG niggas lock up and get busy, big baby. You understand me? I already respected them, but I had the utmost respect after I seen that. I said, well, damn, them niggas was whooping them niggas' ass up into the stands. Do you hear me, big baby? So, We standing up here in the concert. I say the Oakland niggas got the first 3 rows. We probably 6 rows back. So we on the floor right there. Now, it's a nigga who keeps looking back at us up here in the rows, right? He keeps looking back. And I'm like, damn, what's up with this nigga right here? Now, T-Fee, my brother, used to be in and out of juvenile hall, in and out of jail when we was young, you dig? So Feezy, one of the times he went to jail, what he did was have his mama switch his address to Oakland because his mama Linda stayed over there off Park Street or whatever that is. You understand me? By across from, what is that, Oakland Tech? Either Oakland Tech, McClymonds, I don't know the Oakland schools, but anyway, their mama stayed over there in Oakland. So T-Fee transfers his probation over there trying to be slick. Still gets in trouble, fuck around, and ends up, instead of going to Log Cabin Ranch, T-Fee goes to Byron Boys Ranch, which is the Oakland version of Log Cabin Ranch, right? So this nigga keeps looking back at us, and I'm like, damn, I tell Bum and Fed and T-Fee like, man, what's up with this nigga right here? So T-Fee looks good. He like, oh, okay. I said, what, Fees? That's the nigga I beat his ass in Byron Boys Ranch. I said, what? Nigga, it's 300 Oakland niggas. It's 4 of us. And dude keep looking back. He tapping his partners. I'm like, oh, man, this might not end good. You hear me? I just see some niggas get their ass kicked up out this concert. We gonna be next, big baby. Do you hear me? But anyway, you understand me? So dude keep looking back. T-Fee ain't no sucker, you dig? So he's mugging a nigga like we in there 100 deep. He don't give a damn, you dig? So dude keeps looking now. At this time, the Oakland niggas, them front 4 sections, I know about only 10 of them niggas had tickets. The rest of them, they just was taking the seats. So it's niggas up in here, the Oakland niggas up in there with no shirts on, chains on. I'm like, damn, who's in the concert with no shirts on? These niggas is all in the aisle. They feeling themselves. The nigga up on stage, the comedian is like, man, hey, man, he trying to talk to them. Hey, man, the Hotboyz is not going to come out till y'all clear these aisleways and such shit. And y'all got to calm down. And woo, them Oakland niggas is like, nigga, East Oakland. Nigga, is you crazy? We doing this. We here. So, at this moment, right, the niggas is in the aisleway. You feel me? They all right there. The nigga looks, I see the nigga, one of the niggas with no shirt on, he had a fat ass herringbone. He looks up in the stands, right, and does some shit, right? And I see about another 200 Oakland niggas coming from the rafters down these stairs. And that nigga said something. And them niggas start hopping the bars right there. Like this nigga told them to come hang out with them. Now, me and Fetty, right? We used to go to Black Saturday all the time. And then Black Saturday, the Oakland niggas used to be in there like, why? East Oakland, like, why? This nothing. East Oakland, like, why? So, me and Fetty Eddie had gave them a name. We called them the Watt Waters. You feel me? Because everything is like, why? So we be like, so when the niggas flagged them that and they start hopping over the bar, me and Fed looked at each other and said, oh shit, here come the Watt Waters. You dig? You understand me? So they start hopping over this thing like ants. You feel me? So now they fill up the rest of the front rows and the aisles. Security can't do nothing. So these niggas is down there, man. They is not playing. They got the front rows filled up. So next thing you know, the nigga, the comedian up on stage, he like, man, nigga, they already late like an hour or something. So now everybody is agitated. The White Waters up there smoking, having their own party up there. They don't need the Hotboyz to come on. So all I know is, next thing you know, a melee breaks out. Now, it's some big-ass Oakland OGs or some big-ass Oakland niggas who look like they just came from 24-hour fitness. 24-hour fitness wasn't around back then, but they look like they came from whatever the exercise place was back then. These big-ass Oakland OGs look like they just came from there. These niggas had burner gloves on, like they knew they was coming to fight. So they got to kicking ass. I'm talking about these, it was about maybe 5 or 6 of them. Them niggas was knocking out niggas left and right. I'm talking about laying. They was laying niggas. I don't know if they was fighting with Richmond niggas or other Oakland niggas, but they was laying niggas out left and right. I'm talking about there was niggas on the floor everywhere. And it was these big niggas, they would one-hitter quitters, knocking them out. I said, damn. So now the crowd is running, okay? Twine, Fat Twinkle, man. You understand me? If y'all don't know who Twinkle Twine is, I look up, this nigga's on stage going through the DJ CD. Nigga, it's so crazy. The Oakland niggas going so crazy. The DJ jumped off of the stage and left his setup up there. So nigga, the Oakland niggas is up there throwing records into the crowd, flinging this nigga records into the crowd. Twinkle Twine, I see this nigga up here going through dude records. I said, tell Fed, like, is that Twink up there on the stage? This shit is getting out of hand. So I told you we got chains and shit on. I told Bum, I said, listen, man, tuck your chain, bro. Now, I don't know sucking shit, but it's niggas everywhere. They running past you, they fight. It ain't gonna be nothing for a nigga to and keep running. You can't even see which way he went. You know what I'm talking about? So we, you understand me? I'm like, bruh, don't run because you're going to get trampled. We're going to take these, and you can't take the exits that get up out of there because they so packed in people. So we hopped the thing. Now we climbing up the seats to get up out this joint. You hear what I'm talking about? We trying to get up out of here as these big Oakland niggas with the cutter gloves knocking niggas out left and right, big baby. So we done made it up here to where the hallway was. Now when we came in, they had some, not makeshift metal detectors, but they had metal detectors that wasn't connected to the doors. So they had metal detectors and then tables like on the side of the metal detectors. So I was like, when I came in, I was like, this don't look too secure, big baby. So you understand me? All you got to do is have 7 niggas like trying to push their way where the metal detectors is and somebody else passing a pistol across the table. You feel me? I'm peeping game. I'm always sucking up shit. So when we get up the stairs, finally get up the chairs, we get to the hallway, right? Niggas is trying to, still act cool, knock a female. People was getting trampled, killed in this thing. We still trying to, hey, girl, we still trying to knock some. Our stupid ass, you feel me? Next thing all you hear is pop, 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 pop. End of the concert, big baby. Do you hear me? People is crying. They running, they scared, they running every which way. I tap my thuds and say, hey, man, let's get in this bathroom out of the gunfire. So we goes in the bathroom. I tell Bummy to hold the door. The niggas is trying to get in. Nah, don't let nobody in. It might be the shooter. So now back then, I wasn't reformed. We was real grimy still. You feel me? We was still with all the shit. So me and Fatty Eddie, right? We in the bathroom. We looks in the store. It's a nigga in here asleep, man. He is asleep. It's a goddamn ride going on in the Oakland Coliseum. My boy in here asleep in the store, right? Like I said, we was kind of grimy back then, you understand me? So me and Fatty Eddie, man, you understand me? We go up in there, man, and get the pocket checking, man. Running through his pockets, man, you understand me? He half-ass drunk. He don't know. What's going on? Fed says, shut up. It's security, nigga. You drunk. Security. As we going through his pockets, he probably thinks security him up. We running through his pockets and got the wallet, man. He had about $9 in there, man. Slap him with his own wallet. Nigga, if you ever come to a Hotboy concert with $9, what's wrong with you? You feel me? We done threw his wallet at him. You feel me? Finally hear the gunshot stop. You dig? We peek out the bathroom door. Let's roll, man. We get up out that thing and get to the car as fast as possible, man. You understand me? That thing was one of the craziest concerts I ever been to in my life. And the Hotboyz never made it on stage, big baby. Alex Thomas, that's the comedian who was hosting, man. I'm pretty sure if he seen this, he'd be like, them boys was crazy. The Waters is what we called them, you dig? And that was the Hotboyz at the Oakland Coliseum, big baby. That one was active, man. So, the last one we went to, right, was the Sacramento, I don't know if it's the Coliseum or the amphitheater. I don't know what they call that shit. But this one was so stupid, right? So this one we go about 2 cars deep. It's me, Wolf, Japal, Fatty Eddie, Bummy D, Mac Meech, you understand me? Twinkle Twine, we up in that thing, stupid lit. So like I said, what we do is we always grab the tickets. It don't matter. We never had tickets before the concert, ever. We always get there and find us a scalper, man, and it might be 20 of us. All our tickets is at different parts of the damn concert, but we going to get in there and get up in that thing together. Do you hear me, big baby? So we gets up in the concert. Somehow, we get separated. You feel me? Fatty Eddie, Japal, Wolf, Twinkle Twine, they is over here. Me, Mac Meech, Bummy D. We over here. Now we are about, I'm gonna say 5 or 6 rows back from the right side. Fetty Eddie, Wolf and them, they are at the front gate, nigga, where the gate is on the left side. So when we finally get where it took us a minute, so we finally get up there. But Sac was tripping. They wasn't like the usual where we could sneak in and just get straight up to the front like we usually do. They was tripping up in there. Just so happened, two of the homies from the VGs was right there. My one partner used to have a box Malibu, my dark-skinned nigga. My folks from the VGs gonna know who I'm talking about. He had a box Malibu back then, like the Tudor Malibus. Him and another young homie, you feel me? I forgot his name. They was right there in front of us. So we smoking and chilling together, you feel me? We doing our thing. Fetty Eddie and Twinkle Twine and Wolf and them, they keep telling us to come over there with them the whole time, right? And bumming them like, come on, puppy, let's go over there. Come on, Juan. Come on, let's go over there. I'm like, bruh, they ain't playing this concert. We mess around and leave these seats right here. We good. If we leave these seats right here, they're going to catch us and they're going to send our ass back up to the rafters, man. We better off staying here. My dumb ass, if I would have knew what was going to happen next, my stupid ass would have went over there with Fed and them. I'm like 4 or 5 times, Fed and them was like, come on, bruh. I could just see them. You can't hear them. They're like, come over here. I'm like, it's hot. We can't make it. So, next thing you know, here comes the concert. They hit the lights. All you like a helicopter, right? We look up. Nigga, they got a helicopter like on a wire bringing the Hotboyz to the stage, nigga. That shit was so sick, nigga. Anybody who was at that Sac concert will tell you, man. Them niggas came in the concert in a fake helicopter, but they was all in it, and it brought them to the stage, right? So them niggas get up to the stage, nigga. Them was our, you know what I mean? We feel like we part of the Hotboyz, you dig? So they pull them niggas on stage, nigga. They jump out, nigga, with the music playing. They going crazy. And how they started the concert off, they had a giant plastic champagne bottle on the stage, right? So the top of the champagne bottle must have had water or something in it. So when they pour the champagne bottle down and shake it, drink with us, motherfucker, drink with us, motherfucker, the shit is shooting out water like they just popped a bottle, you hear me? So everybody in the front row, they going crazy like they drinking with the Hotboyz, you dig? They going ham and cheese up there, you feel me? So they doing the concert, they going crazy. Twinkle Twine and Fetty Eddie and them, they so sick, right? These San Francisco Giants, these street icons, you feel me? Baby and them is known for throwing money into the crowd. My niggas, Twinkle Twine and them, JP Wolf and them, they are throwing ones, they throwing hands full of ones up on the stage at Baby and them. They making it rain on the Hotboyz. They reversing the skills. So Baby is looking like, what? These young niggas is sick right here, man. You know what I'm talking about? So they going crazy. The concert going on. We singing every song word for word. You understand me? So finally, Baby says, you know what? Stop the music. Stop the music. That nigga said, you know what? These niggas right here been fucking with me all night. Man, bring them all up on stage. I'm a real nigga. I fuck with real niggas. Bring them up on stage. Now, me and Bum and Meech looking at each other like, I know damn well he ain't talking to Fed. The nigga says, the nigga in the blue and white striped hat, yeah, him, get him. Now, Fed had on a blue and white striped hat. Now, if you go to YouTube and look up Hotboyz in Sacramento, you will see the footage of this and y'all be like, this nigga was not lying. So Fed is pointing to his hat like, me, black, blue and white, me. That nigga pulls up that whole section. Just so happened that my VG niggas who be at all the Hotboy concerts with us was over there with my partners. So they bring T-Learn on stage, Japal, Wolf, Fetty Eddie, Twinkle Twine, and some females from Frisco to do the twerk contest, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? They brought Sheeta Pooh, you know what I mean? Shout out to Sheeta Pooh. They pulled her up there. They knew Sheeta Pooh was a boss, man. They put her up here. So, what you think Fed did the first minute he gets up on stage? He looks at me and Bum and Meech and says, I told you. I could just read this nigga lips. He just looked at us and said, I told you to come over here with us. Now listen to me. I ain't no groupie. I ain't none of that, man, right? But we was Hotboyz. We was the code. You understand me? When I saw them dudes get pulled up on stage, man, and we wasn't over there with them, I think a little baby tear might have just fit, and I hurried up and wiped it so nobody didn't see, man. Now, I had the chain on, right? Now, I wanted my niggas to shine so bad. For a brief moment, I thought about throwing the chain up there to Fed just so he could be shining extra when he was up there. But I was like, what that motherfucker don't make it up there or it break or something? Nah, don't do that. But I swear to God, I thought about throwing the chain. Now, Bum and Meech looking at me like, you stupid ass nigga. We should have went over there with Fed and them. Now, them niggas get up there on stage. They like, the nigga Juvie was mad. He like, man, pull some more bitches up on stage. The nigga Baby like, man, there's some real niggas. I fuck with real niggas, man. The nigga Wolf so excited. He slaps Juvie's Hennessy. It spills on Juvie's shirt. He looked at Wolf like he was ready to take off on Wolf. Wolf, my bad. You know what I'm saying? I said, this nigga done spilled the drink on Juvie. So they tell them to go sit over there on the side, right? You feel me? So I see Learn up there. JP, my Lakeview niggas, all the shit, right? So they pull them niggas up on stage. So they take them backstage is what they told me. So the nigga Baby like, man, you ain't got no weed. Now Twinkle Twan is a real Hunters Point representative. The nigga Baby asked for some trees. Twinkle Twan pulls out about a QP out his drawers, right? 4 zips and yeah, we got trees. Baby said, whoa, hold it, put that away. You hear me? Water, hold it down, water. I didn't mean it like that. You're gonna get us all in trouble. Yeah, man. Twink said, well, don't ask for no trees then, because we got it, big baby. Do you hear me? You understand me? So they was back there behind stage for a good 45 minutes to an hour after the concert. We sitting out here looking stupid, you feel me? Finally they come out, you understand me? I'm like, damn, how did we miss this, nigga? So we go back to the hotel, you feel me? Them fools must have had some work. I think JP or them fools went and had some work or whatever. So half of us at the hotel, the other half went and messed with some females. So that next day, we stops at Manteca on the way back to the city, you dig? Now, you know what I mean? We done had a beautiful time, concert cracking. Now, when we get back to Frisco, right? The whole, it was niggas from Frisco all in the concert. So all they know is they seen Fed and Wolf get put up on stage at the Hotboyz concert. So they just knew it was me and Meech and Bum. So they like, yeah, why? I heard you got put up on the stage at the concert. Y'all the California Hotboyz, huh? I'm thinking to myself, how do these niggas know that we got put? And I'm thinking to myself, nigga, you didn't get pulled nowhere, but I ran with it, big baby. Yeah, man, California Hotboyz, we official now, big baby. Yeah, man, they go sign us, man. You hear what I'm talking about, baby? We in like Flynn, big baby. So for many moons, man, everybody thought that some people when they see this, gonna be like, oh, why you wasn't up there? They still think that I, Bummy, and Mac Meech, rest in peace, got pulled up on the stage with the Hotboyz too. But unfortunately, we never made it, big baby. And I'm telling the truth right now because it's going to set me free. But we still the California Hotboyz, man. You understand me? If the boys made it, we made it, big baby. But anyway, man. So fast forward to end the story, man. You could tell people like, yeah, they put us on stage. But if you wasn't at the concert and you ain't got nobody to vouch, who going to believe that the Hotboyz pulled you on stage? Who going to believe that? Yeah, right, nigga. Shut up. Ain't nobody pulled you nowhere. You don't know Baby and them. So then, just so happens, right, they made a VHS tape of this actual concert. It's called Hotboyz in Sacramento. So they recorded this whole concert. Out of all the cities on their tour, they picked Sacramento to record for this VHS tape they had. So years later, after we told this story and everybody think that I was on stage, here comes out the VHS tape, Hotboyz in Sacramento. So if y'all want to validate any of these stories, man, to see if I'm lying, man, y'all go to YouTube right now, man. Look up Hotboyz in Sacramento. You're going to see Baby say, pull them dudes right there on the stage. They've been rocking me all night. You're going to see my brother Fetty Eddie point to the blue and white hat, telling them to pull him on stage, man, and just solidifying, who he was, man. So rest in peace to all my homies that ain't here, that been a part of this story, you feel me? Everybody who know we was them boys, man, them Hotboyz, man. That was a beautiful time, man. B, Jizzle, Turk, Wayne, Juvie, man. That was some of the most epic times of our life, man. You know what I'm talking about? And just so y'all know, it's still the code. It ain't on us, it's in us, man. It's about our morals and principles and loving each other and sticking together, man. You understand me? And the unity that came with the whole situation, man. You know what I'm talking about? You wasn't there. If you don't know about us, If you don't know about the concert that the Hotboyz had at the Oakland Coliseum where they never made it on stage, if you don't know about the Hotboyz in Sacramento where they recorded, you understand me, and they pulled all the homies on the stage, you wasn't there, big baby. KIU.